Guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make returns on baseboard. If you ever tried to install a baseboard before and you notice going up to the door trim of the door casing, it has this ugly brown look. Well, I'm going to show you 3 tricks on how to make it look professional in today's video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is option number 1. It is the easiest option, but the other 2 provide professional look. So with this option, number 1, you don't need to do anything. All you have to do with this option to make it look good is have 1/2-inch door casing. And this baseboard typically is 1/2 inch. So if you have casing that matches your baseboard, all you have to do is push it up to the casing. There's no brown. It doesn't look bad at all. Just caulk the seam and paint it. It will look professional. That's the simplest option, and that's number 1. And for option number 2, we have a return on baseboard. So with this return, it goes over and it returns into the floor. It's a better look. So that option goes over and goes straight down. And you could also do this even if you have 1/2-inch casing, just to make it look fancy. I've already got baseboard done down there, so I'm doing it up here. But that's pretty much the look you'll have. It looks really nice. I love that one. That's option number 2. Now option number 3, instead of returning into the ground like this one does, option number 3 will return back into the wall. And if you turn it over on the side right here, you can see it returns back into the wall. This is actually my favorite one just because it looks really nice. And they each have their own specific looks. But there's this one. No brown. You come over here, it returns right into the wall. It looks really nice. This is my favorite one. So, since option number 1, all you have to do is have 1/2-inch door casing. That's all you have for option number 1. So, I'm going to show you how to make option number 2. And all you're going to need to do this is a pencil, baseboard, a speed square, and your glue. This glue is very, very good. I use it for all types of trimming. So this is the super glue right here, and this is the activator. So it instantly glues the piece together, and that's what you need for here, because with option number 3, if you set that there and try to staple it, it's going to break. And there's really no way to keep these 2 together. So glue is going to be your best friend here, as you're going to need this set. I bought both of these for $10 on Amazon. It's an amazing deal. Lasts a pretty good amount of time depending on how much baseboard you're doing. Okay, so option number 2. This is how I make it. So I like to get this and the speed square. So what you're trying to do for this option right here is you want to miter this at a 45. Now you can try to eyeball it, but if you've already got your full length piece of baseboard cut and you mess up, you're gonna have to replace the whole piece. So what I like to do is I'll flip this piece over, take my speed square and get right at this tip right here. And then I'll draw that line straight down. That gives me a perfect line to go by. And I'll cut it backwards as well. Just go it over to the 45. Make that first cut. This will be scrap. And there's your first piece. Now, to create that return going down into the ground, you pretty much just want to imagine, okay, here's this piece. Now what comes next? This piece has to connect and go straight down. So we're going to do the opposite cut. Now going to the left side, the top corner, we're going to do the same thing. The very, very tip, straight down. Our mark. Now we can swivel this back this way to 45. Make that cut. Scrap piece. Okay, so with this, you want to go back to 0 on your miter. Now what you're trying to do here, pretty simple. You're just trying to cut, you want your saw blade to go exactly where this primer stops. Straight down. Exactly where that primer stops. Straight down, make your cut. And this is the piece you want. And all you had to do is glue those together. And that's option number 2. Pretty simple. In fact, I'll even glue it just so you guys can see. So we got our glue and our activator. I'll put the glue on one side. The other piece, spray the activator on it. Now I like to start with the tip, hold it backwards like this, and pretty much bring them together. As long as all your points meet and match, you'll be good. I have to hold it for about a good 5 seconds or so. This stuff will not come off once it's glued. And you're done. There's option number 2. That's the return going into the ground. All you have to do is caulk that crack, paint it, and that's what you'll get. Pretty nice, I like it. Okay, option number 2. Kind of the same concept. It's a return. So in this return, you don't need the speed square for. All you're going to do is flip your piece backwards. You want to make that back cut at a 45. And that's what you get. Now, if you try to imagine how you want your baseboard to go, is you want this piece to connect to that piece and return into the wall. So how we're going to do that is we're going to do a back cut on the opposite side. 45. And the same concept as the other piece, we're trying to cut right on this line, exactly on that line. Hold it straight, line it up, make a cut, and you're going to want this little tiny piece right here. And this piece will get glued right there, and there's your third option. Pretty simple, but amazing results. So just for a recap, You got option number 1, which is just a straight piece of baseboard. You don't have to do anything but to get rid of that brown. Of course you can paint it, but it will still be sticking out, and that doesn't look good at all. So as long as you have a 1/2 inch door casing, that will disappear. That's option number 1, simple, easy. Option number 2, the return going into the ground. I love this option, it looks very nice, especially if it's on both ends. And then we have option number 3, which is my favorite. It returns into the wall. I love it, looks very nice. It's very simple. I recommend giving it a few test trials before you cut it on an entire length, entire full piece of baseboard. But yeah, guys, that's it. You guys would like any other videos on how to actually install inside corners of baseboard, outside corners of baseboard? If you need help with bullnose, I can help you guys out. Just leave it in the comments below. And thank you very much.